Hi, everybody. So let's get right into this. I am joining my dear friend, Susanna, and she does this amazing video series called Scrapbooking Boys to Men, where she goes down through the alphabet and she creates a layout for every letter of the alphabet. It's really cool. So I'm going to link her channel down below, and then you guys can go ahead and check out A through M. So I'm going to start with N. That's where she is in her alphabet, and I'm going to play along with her for the rest, clear down to Z. Give her some support for her really awesome video series. So she is at letter N. I'm going to start with letter N. I am also using some of the things that I have been learning in Shamel's half and half class on this layout. So I'm not going to talk about why I made a lot of my product decisions. That's all part of the class. But I will tell you that it is a really great class. And if you want to take a really nice class, I would highly recommend her classes. They inspire me, and I really, really do love them. So I'm just going to go along here. I trimmed down my photos, and I am working with the Crepe Paper Magical Forest collection. This collection is a little more than a year old. It came out last January in the beginning of 2020. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's one of my very favorites. And I have enough of it left. I can get a couple more layouts out of this. The 6x8 paper pad is looking a little bit thin. And I don't have a lot of scraps. So, but I do have a lot of larger sheets of papers, lots of embellishments. So I was happy to be able to pull this collection out. I went with photos of my two boys. My boys are crack-ups, as you may or may not know. If you've been around here for a while, you know they like their jokes, especially that little one. So I have two photos of them just being themselves, being goofy and being silly. The photos are from last fall, so we have all these fall colors, which I thought worked with the Magical Forest collection perfectly. I'm just going to go through my embellishments here. I'm looking through the die cut pack. So this specific die cut pack has a lot of big ephemera pieces. You know how I feel about those. So I'm kind of going through here and just deciding which ones I think I can use and which ones aren't going to work for my page. Once I've kind of made all of those embellishment decisions, now it's time to add some layers behind my photo. Again, I'm not going to talk about why I chose certain pieces or the ideas behind them. That's all part of the class, and I highly encourage you to go grab yourself a ticket. If you're in the US, it's a really inexpensive class. I think it's like $15. So for classes, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. You can spend a lot on a scrapbooking class, and that's a very reasonable price. So I'm just going to go ahead here. I'm going to add all of these die cuts and everything to my background. A couple of kind of very small, fun little sticker embellishments, adding some mushrooms down in the bottom left corner of my photos because I just thought that they worked really well with the autumnal feel of this page. And then we're going to start to work on our title, which is when our letter N is going to come into play. There are two sets of letter stickers in this collection. So there's a thicker set, and then there's like more of like a puffy sticker. I'm going to use both of those alphas, and I'm going to create my title. My title is going to be Never a Dull Moment. So you can see my boys, they're sitting in front of the outhouse sign holding their noses. Boys. What is it with boys and poop? I don't know. Anyway, and then the other one is them in one of those little cutout things, being pumpkins. Now keep in mind, my babies are not babies. So we have like a 20-year-old and a 14-year-old in these little pumpkins. So I felt like that was a really great, those were some really great pictures of them together to kind of signify their silliness. And I thought never a dull moment is definitely a boy mom title, right? I will tell you from a manufacturing point of view that yes, none of these letter stickers are sticky. They are old kneaded glue. They started falling off the page almost as soon as sorry about that. Fitz is in here with me, and apparently he needs to have a shake. They started falling off almost as soon as I had put them down. So you won't see that in my title, in my process, because I was really hoping that maybe they just stick to the page. They have one job. Well, two, I guess, because you have to spell them, but one job for the most part. And now I'm just going to give my layout a look, see if it needs anything extra, and I don't think I add anything extra. Wait, I totally do. So I grabbed out of my Scrap and Happy Studio Epoxy Flare these adorable autumnal rainbows, and then I have this little acorn. I think I needed just a little bit of light. And since I have all these layers on my page, let me just say one of the most amazing embellishments to tuck under something that's layered up around your photo is an epoxy flower, because it fits, because it's thin, it's not super thick, so you can just kind of go bloop, and it just goes right in there. It's so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and use dry glue to adhere your epoxy badges. Don't use wet glue. And that's why we're going to call this one done. Be sure to head over and check out Chamel's Half and Half class. It's wonderful. Make sure to head over to Susanna Lee's channel. Give her a big thumbs up. Tell her I said hello. And I will see you all again tomorrow for Laura Sketches Reimagined. I will also link up Scrap and Happy Studio's amazing shop, where you can find flair of all shapes and sizes to match your photos. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.